I just wanna ball like the kids do. Yeah.
Hi, welcome back to A Bucket is a Bucket podcast. This is Dame Mosley. The date's 25th of the 11th, 2020. We're almost at the end of this one. We're just about a week away from training camp, so just going to continue with the divisional free agency and trades recap for the Southeastern Division. First team up is the Washington Wizards. They've only lost Isaiah Thomas in terms of impact or players that actually played, and he didn't play much. He was playing behind Ish Smith most nights. They re-signed Bertans for $80 million, 5 years, stretch 4. He was stroking the hell out of the ball last year, so I can see why they grabbed him, Shooters League and all that sort of mess. They signed Robin Lopez, free agent from Milwaukee, Garrison Matthews, and Raul Neto. The biggest addition for them will be John Wall coming back after 2 years, year and a half, being away with injuries. Every summer we see these great videos of how incredibly intense and in shape he looks. So we'll see how it goes this year and how long he can stay on the court for, basically. The next team is the Miami Heat. Obviously, the Miami Heat were in the finals just last month, believe it or not. They lose they lose Derrick Jones Jr. and Jay Crowder. So 2 role players. Derrick Jones was nice for the dunk contest, but he didn't really play much in the playoffs anyway. And Jay Crowder easily replaced. They re-signed Dragic for 2 years, Myers Leonard for 2 years, and they added Avery Bradley and Mo Harkless. I guess Mo Harkless is kind of like the new Jay Crowder. And Avery Bradley, obviously, he's a defensive pit bull, so he should fit in with their team concept. But yeah, so that's about it for them. Not too many major moves. Couple re-signs, couple minor additions on the role player level, but they should still be a contender with the experience and confidence from last year's finals run, man. With a lot less to play for, we have the Orlando Magic next. They lost Wes Iwundu and DJ Augustin, so nothing major, but again, they remember last year they stuck into the playoffs as the 8th seed, so it looks like they're just going to try and run it back. I mean, they picked up James Ennis, Dwayne Bacon from Charlotte, who I liked, but he hasn't done anything in the league, and Michael Carter Williams. It's just role players, basically. He's like 7th, maybe 8th and 9th men. They did draft Cole Anthony, so there's some hope for them down the road with Cole World. But yeah, it just looks like they're going to try and make the playoffs again with the same squad as last year in a much deeper East, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out. In fact, I am sure, but we'll see how it goes. Put it this way, there's a good draft class coming up, so hopefully they've got their picks. Next is the Charlotte Hornets, MJ squad. They will lose Nick Batum, who did absolutely nothing but take up cap room. Brought nothing. I mean, yeah, he did nothing for the money he was being paid. He didn't bring anything to the table. He was often injured, and to replace him, they've added often injured Gordon Hayward for 4 years, $120 million. Yeah, we all know the story on that. But I will tell you though, Indiana was offering 105 to 110 million, so he was going to get paid either way. And finally, the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks are an interesting team. They seem to be really trying to make the playoffs at all costs, literally. They got rid of, or so say they lost Jeff Teague and Vince Carter retired. That was the major losses for them this year. They added a whole bunch of guys, though. They added Rajon Rondo, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Danilo Gallinari, and Chris Dunn. And remember last year, just before the trade deadline, they grabbed Capella from Houston. So they've kind of got like a whole new team to come in this year with, so it'll be interesting to see how that works. Believe it or not, they could squeeze in there. They got enough scoring if they're running a nice system. There's a lot of shooters there. Rondo's to dish the ball out. Obviously, Trae Young's there. We'll see how it goes. It'll be an interesting experiment, put it that way. And at least we know for sure they'll be competitive. Just don't know if they're going to play any defense, to be honest with you. But that's it for the Southeastern Division, one contender with Miami. Hawks looking to get into the playoffs, and then a bunch of pretenders with the rest of them. Hope those aren't your teams. Thanks for listening. Next up, I'm going to talk about the Central Division. So